Ethereum has skyrocketed over 40% in one day, and it looks like alt season is finally here. And there will be coins in this market that will 100x. But before you go ahead and put your money into these coins, there are a few things you must know. Welcome aboard the Bitcoin Express. My name is Chase. Let's get to it. Bitcoin has been on fire, going straight up. And finally, today we saw a pullback. Bitcoin went from 33,000 and is now sitting at about 30,000, which is fine. Even in a bull market, there will be pullbacks. This is healthy. And during these pullbacks, when things might be a little more calm, is a good time to get into altcoins if that is something you are aiming for. Ideally, the best time to get into an altcoin before it may have a 100x or more is before any of the hype begins. But it looks like we have just entered that hype phase, especially with Ethereum increasing by over 40% in one day. A lot of these altcoins are starting to take off. Now, to find these 100x coins, they likely will not be in the top 1 through 10 coins by market cap. It probably won't even be on the list of 1 to 100. These market caps are just so big that for this coin in this bull market or even the next bull market to multiply by 100x or more, very unlikely. To find these coins, we need to start scrolling down this list till we get to the point where we're at coins 100 to 200 in terms of market cap, 300 to 400 in terms of market cap. But the lower we go down the list, the more risky these coins become. I highlighted a few coins that have been getting some traction across different platforms and different channels, such as Injective Protocol, Trust Swap. Let's see what else we have here. Parsec, API3. These have been doing very well. And coins that may have the potential to 100x. Will it 100x? Well, that's a whole different story that we're going to talk about. Some of these other coins as you scroll down the list, the lower you go, the more risky it becomes. Polkastarter is another one that's gaining traction. But the thing to pay attention is the lower you go down these lists, the more risky these coins become. The reason why they're so low on this list is either one, they're still in development, or number two, no one's using them. I actually want to correct myself. I said no one is using these protocols or these blockchains. But what I really meant to say is that very few people are using them. And I make this clarification because what I'm about to say right now is the biggest takeaway of this video. In order to find a 100x, not just in crypto, but in anything, a person needs to find something and invest in something that majority of the world does not know about or does not have access to. This is true for everything, whether it's Uber or Airbnb. In the early stages, the people that invested got highly rewarded because at the time, most investors said, these ideas, this is so stupid. Why would I put my money into that? So same thing is happening here with crypto. You want the 100x coins, the 1000 times coins. It is not going to be on the front page of CNBC. It is not going to be included in every article on Cointelegraph. You're not going to see it on every single YouTube channel. You might see it on one or two, that's fine. But when something is eventually on everyone's YouTube channel, it's being spoken about in the news, it's on every single exchange, by then it's too late. This is not to say that it's not a good investment. Once it's popular, it can still be a good investment. But once it's popular, it is no longer a 100x coin. A lot of these coins that will go 100x in the future, they're not on all the exchanges. Maybe in the future they will be, but if it's on Gemini, Coinbase, Kraken, PayPal, for example, it's not going to 100x. A big advantage that people in the crypto space have that pay attention is they know how to use things like Uniswap. They know how to use DeFi. So they may have access to a coin that's only on Uniswap and available nowhere else. But then one day in the future, these coins that they're buying, maybe something like Parsec, for example, maybe in the future, this will be on Coinbase. We'll see when that time comes. So this is the biggest takeaway of this video. You need to be highly risky when you're finding these 100x coins because by definition, it's going to be a coin that majority of the world does either not have access to, they don't like it, or they don't believe in it. So that's the risk that you're willing to take. Many people don't want to hear this, but when buying these 100x potential coins, it is gambling. And there's nothing wrong with gambling as long as a person understands what they're doing is gambling. If someone has the money to spend and they go to the casino and they spend 5,000 and 10,000 and lose it, okay, if they enjoy that and they're okay losing the money, no big deal. So just understand, you're moving away from investing to gambling when finding these low cap coins, even though you can make the case that everything in crypto is. And because this is very risky, we all know the importance of diversification. When it comes to big players such as Warren Buffett, perfect example, he doesn't really diversify. He does all the homework, everything there is to know, and he goes all in. But in this case of finding these 100x coins that are very risky, many people will like to diversify and lower that risk. But it may not be the best decision to diversify too much or spread yourself too thin. For example, if a person has $1,000 and they split it between 20 or 30 coins, even if one of those coins do well and has a 100x, it's not going to be a big deal, nothing life-changing. A person would even have a better chance taking that $1,000, putting it into a coin that goes 10x, which is not hard to find in the crypto bull market, and they'll likely do better and have a better outcome. So if a person has a certain amount of money, whatever it is that they're willing to spend, think about how thin you want to spread it, because in the end of the day, if it's spread too thin, those gains may not even be worth it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.